by using the 1/2 inch router bit, we end up with 2 forms with a 1/2 inch gap in the middle. My intention is just to use the male side and to use band clamps to pull the laminations round it. Depending on the method you use to cut your curves, you may need to fine-tune them by stacking all the bits together in a vise and using a block plane or spoke shape just to fair the curve nicely and make sure all the parts are identical. Test how the curve's going with something like a ruler. See whether it will lay flat on the curve. So I'm just preparing the laminating form at the moment. I've finished cutting out the shaped forms. I've got myself a flat board. This is coated chipboard. To keep it flat, I've screwed a couple of sturdy battens on the back. And now I'm about to attach the curved forms on top, and for that I'm going to use a guide first, clamp that in the right position, then I can butt this form up to it. I've already drilled the base and I can drill through from underside into the bottom of the curved forms. Just to keep the power tool users among you happy, I'm using my little brad nailer. Now I've got a little bit of excess at this end to cut off. So this is the finished former, and we'll be bending the base laminations around that. There'll be a little bit of spring back, or at least I expect there to be a little bit of spring back. So I've tightened the curve very slightly from the design, and we'll go with whatever happens. Now here's the stack of laminations. I've got 4 of them. And what I've done, I've kept them in the order that they came off the original board, but I've flipped them alternately, which will give them a bit more integrity. Not so much as plywood, where you turn them at 90 degrees to each other, but you'll understand that the grain is always slightly different, so if we flip over every second one, we'll end up with something a little bit stronger. Now let's just see whether that'll bend easily around the form. And I think you see it does. Another thing to note is that at the moment these laminations, apart from the first one, are slightly too long. So I just need to trim those off a little bit. To help with the glue up and keep the laminations all flat on one edge, I'm just going to screw a couple of battens down that poke over the side that I can butt the laminations up against. That way, put the laminations on when they're glued up, pull them back against those battens. They're all lined up at the back now, and I can pull the band clamps round quickly without risk of running out of time for the glue.